to show a message of unity within UTLA against this district offer. And I want to thank personally UTLA President Warren Fletcher in helping to build that unity against this offer and helping us move forward. Thank you, Warren. We're here today because we also have unity outside the union. We've got unity with students, with parents, with our rank and file on the ground, with community organizations, to fight in a broad campaign for the schools LA students deserve.
That's right.
And we're here today to say that students and educators deserve an offer from the district that actually does these things. We should get an offer, and we deserve an offer, that reduces class size rather than leaving us way off the national average. We all, parents, students, community educators, we deserve an offer that provides more staff around social and emotional needs, educational needs, the arts. We don't need more staff to be iPad coaches or testing coaches. We need an offer, and we deserve an offer that provides equitable resources to high-need schools, an issue that is very close to my heart as someone who's taught in South LA for 22 years.
Yes.
Our high-need schools need our support.
Yes.
We need and deserve an offer that actually funds mentor teachers. Remember them? Yes. Using our own folks as professional experts at school sites to help struggling teachers. We need an offer that funds mentor teachers, not punitive evaluation system that fund outside consultants like the current one does. We need an offer that provides more voice for educators, not less. This thing about cutting out the right to vote around bell schedules is ridiculous. We need more voice for the professional experts, not less voice. And we need an offer, and we deserve an offer that gives us a substantial pay increase that takes into account the sacrifices that have been made, the unabated cost of living increases that have occurred, that takes into account that this year's budget, I'm not even talking about next year's budget, this year's budget is almost 6% more just in the base budget, before you even look at the supplemental and concentration funds. We need a pay raise that looks at those factors and actually helps us retain and recruit quality educators for our kids. Now let's talk about action, because the campaign for the schools that LA students deserve is about action. And action matters. Taking action is worth it, and it matters. Look at what's happened around teacher jail in the last couple of months. Because people have been active, because parents, because community, because students, because educators have been active and taking action around the teacher jail issue, the district has moved. Have they moved enough? No. But have they moved as a result of pressure? Yes. So let's talk about action and what we need to do. There's a couple of immediate things you can do. One is, after this is over, you can go upstairs and hit the phones about tomorrow's election. Tom Torlakson, who's running for the state superintendent of education, needs our votes in tomorrow's election. There's a phone bank operation up on the 8th floor, right? Or 9th? 8th. Okay, 8th and 9th. Okay, the 8.5 floor. So that's one piece of action you can do. The second piece of action you can do is get out and vote tomorrow in the Board District 1 race if you live in Board District 1. There are 3 teachers who are running. There are people in this crowd who can tell you all about those 3 teachers. So the second thing that immediately can be done is vote in the Board District 1 election tomorrow. Third piece of action, call your school board members. and urge them to work with UTLA to build the schools LA students deserve.
Yes.
This is a broad campaign. This is a multi-level campaign. This is a campaign for what our schools need. Urge our school board members to get in on the front end of that rather than having to take the heat later on. Fourth piece of action. Make sure for the educators here, these last two are for the educators here. The first three were for everybody. Make sure that you've got a chapter chair at your school before you leave this week. Make sure you've done your election for your chapter chair. And every school that you have a connection to, make sure that they have a chapter chair. The chapter chairs, co-chairs, and vice chairs, and steering committees around them at our school sites are the backbone of our school site power. They're the backbone of our community connection, and they're the backbone to building up to the place where we can use a strike if we need to. Chapter chairs are what we need to do to get that in place. So please go back and do that at your schools. And the fifth and final thing that you can do, make sure you pay attention during the summer. We're going to have a lot going on this summer to try to get ready and to try to be ready to hit next year organized. So watch out for what's going on, watch out for actions, watch out for opportunities to get involved in organizing. And make sure that your chapter chair, co-chair, and vice chair are signed up to come to the September Leadership Conference. And at that September Leadership Conference, we're going to have Wayne Johnson, who in 1989 led a strike of our educators to fight for what parents deserve and what educators deserve. Wayne will be with us to share with us about building up. Karen Lewis, the president of the Chicago Teachers Union, will be with us at the Leadership Conference, talking about how they built up to their 2011 strike in Chicago. So pay attention. That's the fifth piece of action you can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to together, Warren, myself, parents, community, all of you, people at all schools, we are building this campaign that we call the Campaign for the Schools LA Students Deserve. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to clap ourselves out, and then after that, we're going to ask these media folks if they have any questions. But let's give ourselves a real serious unity clap here about what we're planning to do. Any questions?